Welcome back to Healing with Ron and Redox, or if this is your first time, I welcome you here. This is a channel to share some personal journey as well as looking to try to help you with your healing process. Predominantly focuses with your medical health journey, but also there's a side benefit potentially of if you chose the business route of this supplement that I think so highly of, called ASEA Redox, could also help you heal financially as well. But my focus today is with the ongoing chronic illnesses that we have, but I'm going to focus on heavy metal toxicity today. And just to recap or to focus also and review how many chronic illnesses seem to be active today that have increased over the past 100 years. I'm going to bring over my website I'm working on, and the list is anywhere from 200% increase to 1400%, including things like autism, celiac disease, diabetes, depression, anxiety, ADHD, chronic fatigue syndrome, intestinal disorders like irritable bowel syndrome, constipation, the other one, thyroid problems, and particularly, well, not particularly, but in addition is Alzheimer's, dementia, is just skyrocketing. And so that's just a thumbnail reminder. Autoimmune diseases just steadily increasing, and it's a big problem. So why the heck is that, and why it's not well answered in Western medicine? So part of my channel is going to be visiting a topic and trying to recount my understanding of what might be at the root of many of these chronic diseases. For me personally, if you've seen any of the earlier videos, I have had evidence of chronic elevated mercury toxicity and other heavy metals, and that's been the source of my symptoms. I wanted to share with you the top 10 and maybe some more of the chronic symptoms associated with chronic heavy metal toxicity, and then we'll talk about sources and how they come about. But fatigue and weakness is the first one, and that's been my primary symptom right along. And it's debilitating. You can get by and you can smile, and everybody says, "Oh, you look fine," but something is wrong. The energy, the battery is low. Cognitive impairment and brain fog, memory loss and confusion. There may be many reasons for that in our society with all the distractions and whatnot, but it does seem to be a problem for many people, and I do believe this is one of the roots. Yeah, again, sharing personally, this is part of my journey. So when I was even a young man in my 20s, my roommate would go and pretend like he's doing a foghorn, saying my thinking was foggy. So it's humbling and embarrassing, but it's what it is, and I didn't know what it was from at the time, but as I have said again in previous videos, it's from even symptoms of my early childhood. Fortunately, I haven't suffered with this, but headaches, but many do, and unreally resolved or known reasons by many medical providers that you all see. Muscle and joint pain, so there's fibromyalgia, is one of the unknown sources of chronic muscular skeletal pain, numbness and tingling in the extremities. Again, fortunately, I haven't had too much of that, except for one separate thing I can mention another time. But peripheral neuropathy is a condition that some suffer from that may have other sources, but again, this may be one of the peripheral, meaning your extremities, arms and legs. Neuropathy, meaning a problem with the nerves. I think 90 plus times it's called idiopathic. We don't know what it's from. So there you go, Western medicine. And it may have some vitamin deficiency, but truthfully I think this is one of the biggest of the culprits is heavy metal toxicity. Gastrointestinal issues, constipation, abdominal pain, sleep disturbances. How big of a problem is that on the rise these days? And mood changes, anxiety, depression, irritability. It's astounding. I'm currently still working in a mental health office, and the need of mental health is just huge, and anxiety, depression, suicidal thoughts are just on the rise, and it's sad and frightening. Tremors or muscle twitches. This is something that I've had for years of feeling tremors, or even having a bit of tremor in my hand. It's a little weird, and is tremor in my tongue, stick out my tongue, tremors. So that's, again, all my symptoms are steadily improving with the acid reflux that I have mentioned. Muscle twitches, have had those over the years too. The eye spasming, sometimes that's stress, but vision changes. Fortunately, I haven't had that too much, but it's certainly a big problem. But except for my getting older, age 62, vision changes. However, my vision is actually getting better on the acid reflux, and I haven't worn my glasses near as much as I have in the past, because I do feel my vision is improving. Skin changes, rashes, hyperpigmentation, excessive dark spots. So that is another big problem. I have so many rashes people encounter. They go to the doctor, not sure what it is. Hair loss, men and women have some increasing problem with that. Kidney dysfunction, anemia. Kidney dysfunction can be a little subtle until it becomes so bad that it really becomes a problem, but that one a lot of people don't know until it's kind of too late, which isn't good. Anemia. Sometimes a lot of people have unexplained anemia, unexplained weight changes. It's a little vague. Coordination problems. I think that can be pretty relatively common. Speech difficulties, and I've mentioned that in my other videos, particularly when I'm talking publicly like I am to you. Sometimes my speech doesn't come out very fluently, and that may be just native, my gifts and talents and personality, but again, hard to attribute everything one-to-one, but it is a documented association, even the top 20 symptoms of heavy metal and mercury toxicity. Respiratory issues, again, that's pretty vague. Cardiovascular problems and reproductive issues. Reproductive issues being a big thing, big problem that has increased dramatically over the past 50 years of people struggling with infertility. And well, what are the sources of these heavy metal problems? Our industry of the past 100 years with pollution and exposure and chemicals and toxicities, chemicals made up of heavy metals in order to accomplish these manufacturing wonders. So it gets in our food and in the ocean and seafood, and people with occupations that provide exposure to heavy metals. Older things with the lead, tobacco smoke have some heavy metal exposure, and gets into the soil, into our crops, into the vegetables, and medications, herbal as well as medicinal, can some pharmaceutical medications can have heavy metals, and personal care products like the deodorant with aluminum. And one of the big things that has been controversial over the years is mercury fillings, and in my opinion, I've seen so much weighty evidence to the fact that this is it was one of my chronic exposures with a mouthful of silver fillings, and had them all removed by a environmentally sensitive dentist or naturopathic dentist that knew how to do it without all the vapors causing more toxicity into the system, into my system. So it made it impact so that it wasn't continuing to leach in and cause further problem over the years. So how do you know if you have this problem, or do you? I would say I think most all people have it to some degree. Some people's detoxification systems are better than others, and it's harder to get rid of. But I think everyone has a significant problem. But it's always nice to measure and to know. It's not the easiest thing to do. There's hair analysis, there's blood tests, and blood test is not accurate at all because heavy metals chelate, or they adhere to the body so tightly that you measure the blood and they say, no, you don't have a problem with that, but that's not accurately measuring what's really going on. So there are things called provocative tests that you take a chemical, a pill that helps to bind to the heavy metals, and then to allow them to come out into the circulatory system, and then it's measured in the urine, can sometimes be 24-hour urine, so it gives the most accurate result. There's a company, Doctor's Data, that I have used in the past, and I can put the link, and I did look it up on Amazon. It does say that you can order it on Amazon, but I believe in the past you had to order it through a naturopathic doctor, and I will put the link to Amazon there, and you can consider that. But I do think that's one of the better of the companies to give a nice, accurate assessment of all the different heavy metals, whether there's a elevation or not. So that is the issue in general, with just an overview. And the ASEA supplement, one of the benefits that I've understood, not only upregulating the 5 genes that include so many beneficial pathways to cellular healing, but one of them is increasing glutathione by a significant amount, like 500 to 800%. That's intracellular production. Glutathione being the master antioxidant, which helps to grab a hold of and get rid of toxic elements that need to be eliminated. In addition, enhances the detoxifying pathways, not just glutathione, but all the other pathways that are necessary, increasing NRF2. So as a reminder, the NRF2 pathway is the path that the redox signaling molecules act on in order to then get converted to the pathway that leads to the DNA to turn on and off the switches for three major pathways. The predominant ones: antioxidant development, detoxification pathway, and metabolic regulation. Signal the DNA to produce cellular repair and healing, or autophagy, which is getting rid of old cells that need to be gotten rid of. So hope I'm not going overboard technical, but it's something that is revolutionary discovery, and it's just taking time to get out there for people to know about. And that's one of the reasons I'm here, to help you to learn about it and to be able to access it. And I will leave links in the video to look over, to book an appointment with me, or you can research it more with the websites. I'll even put a link into the going ahead and purchasing it if you wanted without touching base with me. You can become an associate and share it with other people. You can just get a subscription, which is the cheaper way, or retail, buy it one time. It comes in a liquid and a gel, and probably would require a little bit more time to explain all that unless you understood it through the websites. But I'd be happy to speak with you more personally about that. Well, that's enough for now, and looking forward to the next time, and to your health. Bye.